Guys, today we got so much to talk about. I am going to show you why I believe there's a high probability that we may see a big move within the next 48 hours. So if you're holding crypto, you will want to watch this video. Also, we are seeing a setup right now, and this is potentially going to lead into one of the biggest altcoin seasons we have seen thus far. Everything is lining up for that. So if you are into altcoins, if you're interested in making money with altcoins, you will want to watch this. Also, finally, I'm going to show you this. So this is some on-chain data, and the last time we saw this kind of thing, we also had a massive rally for Bitcoin. So you can see that things are lining up, just like I've been saying during the last couple of weeks. Things are definitely lining up, but you will want to watch this video, guys, from the beginning to the end. I will go through all of this and what you need to know right now in order to make money. So welcome back, everybody. My name is Cristiano, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. And before we do anything at all, guys, I just want to congratulate you. If you have been involved in crypto for X amount of years, or even if you got involved this year or last year, I want to congratulate you because you are in an asset class. You are in a market where you are going to see life-changing gains. It's only a matter of time. It's all about time in the market rather than timing the market. Okay, so the first on the 4-hourly time frame, what you can see is a little bit of a pullback here as we were anticipating here once we hit this orange line at $45,000. Just a tiny little bit of pullback here on the 4-hourly time frame. Why did we see that? Well, of course, if I move to the daily time frame, we have my massive triangle right here, and of course we're trying to break through this right now. This is one of the last defenses for the bears, and if we do see a breakout from this massive triangle, well, then it's a good night for the bears. I think that we are going to see some nice gains for Bitcoin even in the short term here. So we're watching this. This is right now right on the $44,603 level. So yes, this red line of this triangle, I'm happy I brought this to you very early, because you can see that we hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times already, and every single time we have had trouble breaking through this, but it's only a matter of time. Let's see if we are able to break through this right now. I'm not ruling out a little bit of a pullback here as we are trying to break through this, but nonetheless, if we break through that, again, it's just a matter of time. We're going to see some nice gains. Let's continue. I want to go through this. So the big move that I believe is about to happen in 48 hours is if we see, okay, so here's the thing. Look at this red line. Look at this trend line. Look at how far back this goes. This goes to beginning of 2021. So this is not something you just, joke about. This is a very serious trend line. Okay, so it's a very serious trend line. And you can see that we've been trying to break through it multiple times. If you've been following my channel, you already know about this. You already know all about this, the importance of this downward sloping trend line. But look at this now. Okay, so we are above it, and this candle is being closed in 48 hours. So within 48 hours, we are either going to have a pullback back down below this red line, which in itself would be a big move, right? So then that's the move in 48 hours, meaning that we are just going to have a wick like this and then getting down below it. We've seen it before, it can happen again. But at some point, we're also going to close above this. It's only a matter of time. And what if today is the day where we are actually, not today, but this week in 48 hours, what if this week is the week where we are going to close above this red line? That is going to lead into massive price action for Bitcoin, because look at this. Again, this is significant. We have been trying to break through this multiple times. We've actually broken through it once here, and that was the second peak when we went from $40,000 up to $69,000. So that was a big move, but we've been trying to break through this for quite a while now. And yeah, let's see if tomorrow, Sunday, is going to be the week where we are closing above this. I am going to keep you posted on Twitter, guys. And yeah, by the way, there is actually a realistic chance that Bitcoin could be at $50,000 this week. Posted this the 22nd of March. So of course, people were not really thinking that I was thinking straight here, but I do believe that if we see a close above the, well, for one, the daily time frame on this triangle, but also the weekly time frame above this red line, there is a realistic chance that we see that kind of pump to take us up to the next resistance here at $50,000. So that is what we are watching out for. But again, want to iterate that if we see a close above this, that is, we could very well just see a pullback down below this red line. We will have to wait and see, but I'm going to keep you updated. And also Sunday evening, traditional markets opens up. And on the traditional markets, we are right now inside of the orange box here. So I mean, if we break through this, that's also going to be very, very good for Bitcoin, of course. So these are opening up on Sunday evening, right about when we close this candle as well. So you can see how things have been lining up. And guys, as you know, I went heavy into Bitcoin when we closed or when we went down to the $30,000 level here, because as you know, I've been saying I believe that we have either already hit the bottom here or we're going to find the bottom in the vicinity of $30,000. So I started to scale in here. Unfortunately, I had big buy orders down here at $30,000. I was hoping that we may have had the opportunity to load that up once we wicked down below this. Unfortunately, we didn't do that, but I'm happy that I at least got some Bitcoin at these levels right here. And if we do see a pullback again down to this level, I am going to be loading up like crazy. But of course, you already know about that, guys. I'm always going to try to keep you updated on what I am doing. Now, let's talk about, well, before we talk about potentially one of the biggest altcoin rallies here in history, if you want to trade this volatility, you're able to claim 4,530 over on Bybit. You get reduced fees on Margex, also $8,000 bonus on C-Trade, 3,500 on Femex. If you want to earn passive income on your crypto, use the Axe Exchange, and Delta offers you option with a discount. Now, let's talk about this. So what you're watching right now is the crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So basically all of the altcoins. Okay, so you got the index here, or the index of the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. These are what you are watching right here. And down below you have something very interesting. So this is the money flow index. And also we have a money flow index and we have a moving average of that same index. So what is the money flow index itself? Well, the money flow index, MFI, is a technical indicator that generates overbought and oversold signals using both prices and volume data. So you can think of it like an RSI, like a relative strength index, but you also have volume data. So, and not only price. So that is what we are watching down here. And then, as I said, we have the moving average. Now we have something very, very interesting. Look at this. So when we see the actual index cross the moving average, which is the green line is the moving average and the orange line is the actual index. You can see that right here in 2018, we hit it 2 times here. And then we went down. And in the 3rd time, when we actually broke above it, you can see that we had a massive altcoin rally here. So this was, of course, in 2019. It's a while back, but let's look at a more recent history, because after having that rally, you can see that we have a bearish cross here, which kind of resets everything and we start to go down in the total crypto market cap instead. Okay, we go down and we have the same kind of setup. We hit it once, we hit it twice, going slightly above it right here, and we actually went slightly above it right here as well. But then the 3rd time we see that crossing, and that is when we had this massive rally. And this was actually when Wi-Fi and Compound, this was arguably, I mean, you can compare this to the altcoin season of 2018. I would say that the altcoin season in 2020 and early 2021 was actually even bigger than the altcoin season in 2018, having been through many altcoin seasons in my crypto life, so to speak. So yeah, this was definitely the biggest one. So, I mean, it's pretty crazy that this is the most recent really altcoin cycle or altcoin season, and this was the biggest one so far. But let's continue. We have that bearish cross, and then we have a similar setup. We hit it 1, we go slightly above it right here, but then we have a 3rd crossing. And now the question is this going to be the same cross as we saw right here, And could we see one of the biggest altcoin rallies we have seen so far? Well, that is something to pay attention to, guys. This was posted originally by Trading Shop. Massive shout out as usual. Big chart here. We're watching this. I am going to keep you updated. Lastly, guys, I want to talk about the 1 year HODL wave. So what is this? This is really interesting. So the 1 year HODL wave is a data group sorting Bitcoin by age since it was last moved from one wallet to another. So, for example, we're looking at the percentage of all Bitcoins that have not been moved from one wallet to another for at least 1 year. So another way to put it is how much Bitcoin is being held in wallets meant to be held long term, right? So what you can see is that on the index here, the orange line, you have the Bitcoin price here in blue. Orange line is the index. We are right now at 63%, okay? So that in itself is very interesting because you can see that we are at an all-time high. We have never had this many holders of Bitcoin, or this many Bitcoin have never been held in wallets, and yeah, they're just being held. People are not moving them. They're holding it for potentially the rest of their life. You can see that we were at a similar index here at 64% actually. So we're not exactly at an all-time high, but we're right below it. At 64 here, that is when Bitcoin was at about $11,000. And from that point, we saw, of course, the peak at $64,000 and $69,000 thereafter. So that's very interesting to see that we are at the same kind of level. And we have also been at the same kind of level once before in 2016. Right here, we're at like 61, 62%. And thereafter, we had a massive rally. So all in all, when we were at this point in 2016, massive rally. When we were at this point in 2019, massive rally. And are we going to see the same kind of a thing right now? So guys, these are models. And we're looking at what has happened previously in history when we have been at these similar kind of setups, right? Does history always repeat? No, it doesn't, but they often rhyme. So I think that we have very bright things to see here moving forward, guys. But let me know what you think about all of this down in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I will see you in the next one.